I don't want no one take you from me, 'cause Natalie, I want you for myself, I need you for myself.
Welcome back to another video. I did promise you last week that every Thursday will be dubbed Throwback Thursdays on my channel, and I really want you all to be a part of it. And it's really a day when I take you way back in time just to reflect on some of our great memories from our childhood. So if you were born in the 1980s, maybe you can relate more, because these are really my personal experiences being an 80s baby. So maybe you can relate even if you're older or younger, but let's see. So back then when it rained, there was one main thing that we as children protected. And guess what? It wasn't our hair from getting wet. What was it? We protected our shoes. Yes. Yeah, man, our shoes were well guarded, well protected. So even if we ourselves got wet, that wasn't a major issue. Once our shoe was safe, then everything is fine. So yes, we took off our shoes, walked in that puddle, and of course, our parents didn't like that. Why you come home barefooted? You're gonna get sick. As soon as you get in that house, grandma or mommy is gonna rub you down with some rubbing alcohol or beer rum. Yeah, it's like rubbing alcohol is a must-have in a Jamaican household, because in our minds, alcohol, it treats almost every ailment. Even to this day, had fever, rubbing alcohol, flu, cold, rubbing alcohol was one of them as well. And I remember the Vicks. Yeah, I remember that one specifically when my mom used to rub the Vicks under my throat here and go to bed. And as soon as I wake up, remember to rub it off. What was the reason behind that? You go to bed with the Vicks under your throat here, but as soon as you get up, remember to rub it off. Number two, let me get into number three. And this one, I'm sure many of us guilty of this one, man. As a child, many of us, we steal out the milk powder. Yes, we steal out the milk powder. No, not tell me nothing. We steal out the milk powder. Yes, man, mama not looking. Take it out of the cupboard, pour it in our hands, or whatever the case may be, whether it be Horlicks, Milo, the Lasco milk powder. Oh gosh, man, when we pour that in our hands, and take the time and eat. What could I sweet, so? And I love that mixture as well, where I get the butter and the sugar and mix it up, man, and that was sweet. And we have to hide and do them something then, and mommy will see the Horlicks bottle and say, wait, then how the Horlicks reach down here, so? How you did they take it out? Alright, so we never easy, we never easy at all. Let me just jump right into number four. So number four, it's on the topic of phones, right? Nowadays, it's quite the norm for many of us to own mobiles, right? But back then, if you wanted to make a call, you had to go to the phone booth. Yeah, like there was a phone box in every major communities, and yeah, you line up like, yeah, sometimes maybe on weekends. You go there on weekends, the line is long lines, and you have to wait until your turn. And I think you had a card that you had to plug into the machine. I don't remember how to use it, the phone booth. But as a child back then, we mainly used the booth for prank calls. Yeah, like we did many prank calls back then. I remember. We did too mischievous, Yeah, man, we gave a lot of trouble, man. But yeah, we grew up on phone booth, and then the transition from phone booth to house phones. Yeah, and that was something when we got our house phones. I remember, I think my number was 7850233. Yeah, man. I remember. And when we just got it, I remember my cousin Patrine. Hey, Pat. I remember my cousin Patrine asked for our number. She just lived across the road, She asked for our number, gone back over our house to call us. And we were just excited. And when the bill started to come in, that was when trouble stepped in. because yeah man, mommy going through the list of numbers. So who made this call at such and such time? You know pay bills in ya? Number 5, yes, number 5. So we grew up on the VCR, yes, the cassette, yes, and guess what? We didn't purchase them for most part, we rented them. Yes man, go rent your show and go back home and watch a good up movie, Coming to America, Home Alone. Yeah, watch that repeatedly. So we rented the movies and then they would give us a specific day when to return it. Talking about the movie cassettes, I remember the mini cassettes, yeah, for the radio. Yeah man, we had our songs on our cassettes. And sometimes the cassette would reload, like maybe you rewind it too much or fast forward it too much. So over time it reloads and you just use a finger and get it back together. And we recorded many songs on our cassettes. Yeah man, we compiled our own music list from songs playing on the radio. But while recording, sometimes the commercials would chip in. Yeah, and it just spoiled the entire cassette. But that was fun. So yeah, we grew up on cassettes, not CDs, not thumb drives, not the laptop and the phones and all of that. Number 6. Okay, so growing up, almost every child had to drink a herb known as the mojo herb. Ever heard of it? Yeah man, the mojo herb. So the night before we would get something known as the Tyrax, and then the following morning they would prepare the herb for us, the mojo herb, and I'm telling you that thing, the scent and the taste, I didn't like it, but guess what? We had to drink it, especially when it was back to school time, like after a long summer break or so. Yeah, that was our detox, our washout. Yeah, washout them call it. So yeah, we had to take our mojo herb before going back to school. Man, I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. Speaking about the mojo herb, I remember using the cerasee back then for belly ache. Yeah, it was really bitter, but it was good. It was really good. And I remember they used to bathe me with the cerasee. So cerasee and the carbolic soap. Yeah man, all of my leg, hands, everywhere spot up. Yeah man, spot up and thing. And once they bathe me in the cerasee, spanking clean man. Not a mark, not a spot. Yeah man, the cerasee is really a good bush to use. 7. No, maybe it doesn't apply for everyone born in the 1980s, but at least you knew about that period. So it was the period of common entrance. Yes, that was the nowadays PEP or GSAT that we had not too long ago as well. Yes, so we took our common entrance to get us in high schools. And what was special about that back then was that if you passed, it came out in the newspaper, yeah, the Gleaner. So it came out in the Gleaner with your name and the school you're leaving and the school you're about to attend. And yeah, when I saw my name in the paper, yes, I knew beforehand that I passed, but when I saw my name in the paper, man, that was, yeah, I was really excited. Yeah, common entrance. Yeah, pass the common entrance. Feel good, man, feel good. To make your parents proud. Number 8. Now, if you were born in the 80s, you should remember 2 specific books. The Junior English Revised and the First Aid in English. Yes, like those books, they had every information. Yeah, you had to own one of those books. And I remember also the book, the smaller book that, like, for beginners, where it says, I am Roy, I am big, I am Pam, I am big, this is my bag, or something like that. Yes, you had to read that book as a beginner. Yeah, and the encyclopedia was our modern day Google. Yeah man, you get an assignment or you had to do some research, then go to the library, draw for your encyclopedia. Yeah, and that was our Google. Yeah man. Number 9, and maybe we still practice this tradition, but growing up there was a certain pattern as it relates to what we cook on what days during the week. All right, so most Jamaican households had a specific meal that is suitable for such and such days. So in my house, it was rice and peas and chicken on Sunday. On Mondays we had Sunday, Monday, yes, whatever was left from Sunday, that's what we had on Monday. On Tuesday, we had like saltfish and banana and dumpling. On Wednesdays, I think we had kidneys and rice. And on Thursday, that's Ben Johnson. Yeah, man, like anything goes. So corned beef and rice, thin mackerel and rice. And on Saturday, I hated Saturdays. Yeah, but no, give it to me anytime. Yes, on Saturdays, it was always soup. Yeah, and I hated it. I hated soup so much. But yes, man, like there was a set pattern for whatever was cooked on any given day. And yeah, it varies sometimes, but for most part, Sundays would remain the same, and Thursdays and Saturdays. Yes, so Sundays, Thursdays and Saturdays, meal, yeah man, it remained the same in most cases. Finally, number 10. Children will always be children, and we just gotta love them, right? So I remember back then, I wouldn't eat a specific meal at my house. So for example, I don't eat pig's tail, right, at my house. But if I visit my neighbor and I'm there with the other kids and they're cooking pig's tail and rice and them share it out and give me eat it. Yeah, like children, they don't eat some things that their parents cook, but when they go to somebody else's house, they eat it. Yeah, and that was my reality back then. Like, yeah, you not eat it here, but you go over there so go and eat it. And yeah, but I guess children will always be children. There you have it, another Throwback Thursday with Natalie. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and you can share your own experiences in the comment section below. Thank you. Peace out. Be safe.
I don't want no one take you from me, 'cause Natalie, I want you for myself, I need you for myself.